Chapter 12, 44, Starcloud Storm. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Outside there were countless netherrank goo, with the figures of soul beasts among them. They were truly a massive army. The shocking thing was that their auras were joined together like a group of mountains. They would be incredibly powerful once they moved, like a tsunami that crashed down with endless might. Not just the size of the soul beast army, but also the fact that there were many ancient and immemorial soul beasts among them. The goo immortals could also sense the auras of many wild immortal goo. 5 immemorial soul beasts. We have just left the Black Lanterns, and now a soul beast army is here. The 3 rank 8 goo immortals conversed secretly. They were having a bad feeling regarding how the situation was developing. Their luck was too bad. It was very suspicious. Wei-Ling Yang said grimly, "It seems that we need to consider the worst-case scenarios in our trip from now on." Damn it, Bi Chen clenched his fists. Ever since Red Lotus Demon Venerable damaged Fate Goo, the door of life and death became much weaker in absorbing souls. Many strong souls are able to stay in this world. After Spectral Soul Demon Venerable ascended, the world changed in that great era, and soul beasts appeared. Many souls even directly turned into soul beasts. Right now in immemorial Black Heaven, soul beasts are rampant in great numbers. When can we eradicate them and return to world to its rightful form? Soon, Myriad Tidal Dragon added. After the Battle of Yiqian Mountain, most of the immortal zombies in the world were destroyed. These were fate escapees that were meant to die. Now that they are dead, the difficulty of refining fate immortal goo lowered drastically. With Granny Shah repairing it now, even without success marks from infallible blessed land, we are still making huge progress. Wei-Ling Yang shook his head. Take note, the Soul Beast Army is coming. The matter at hand is to try and escape from the Soul Beast Army. Myriad Tidal Dragon sighed. The best way is to use Thieving Heaven Demon Venerable's defensive method, the killer move that pairs with divine concealment, ghostly concealment. Rumors has it that the goo immortal who possesses this immortal killer move would not be detected by soul beasts at all. But now let's use my dragon flow escape. But in this case, I need to bring myself and 3 immortal goo houses with me, along with many goo immortals. Once I use this move, I will not be able to fight for the next 3 days. The 3 immortals discussed and decided to use Myriad Tidal Dragon's method. Dragons roared. Countless flying dragon phantoms appeared in the air, encircling the 3 immortal goo houses. The white dragon phantoms were like a long river, an uncountable number of dragons made of light, grand and unstoppable, charging forward with the 3 immortal goo houses. The Soul Beast Army howled, blocking them with multiple layers. But Dragon Flow Escape was incredible. By charging relentlessly, an opening was forcibly created as the 3 immortal goo houses escaped from the dangerous Soul Beast Army. The Soul Beast moved quickly. The army did not give up. It followed closely behind. Myriad Tidal Dragon did not dare to deactivate Dragon Flow Escape. He had to grit his teeth and continue fueling it. Both sides chased for 6 hours until the Soul Beast Army gave up. Its attention was drawn to a group of dark, venomous snakes. I'm spent. I need to rest for 7 days before I can do anything again. It will depend on the rest of you now. Myriad Tidal Dragon had a pale expression. His face turned white. His originally vigorous eyes were filled with traces of blood, like he was completely exhausted beyond his limits. After stopping the killer move Dragon Flow Escape, Myriad Tidal Dragon fell backwards as he sank into deep sleep. His eyes were shut as he snored. His snore was special. It sounded like the roaring of dragons. As he slept, a thick fog appeared around his body. The thick fog started to form into a cocoon. 2 hours later, the cocoon thickened and turned into a pale white dragon egg. We are free from those soul beasts. It was really dangerous. The killer move earlier seemed to be from one of the 3 rank 8 great experts, Lord Myriad Tidal Dragon's method. It was truly grand and majestic. I was completely in awe. Inside the 3 immortal goo houses, the goo immortals were cheering and praising. But Bi Chen and Wei-Ling Yang had grim expressions. Myriad Tidal Dragon had fallen into deep sleep. They had lost one of their 3 rank 8s. but the journey was still around half done. The three immortal goo houses slowed down as the goo immortals inside tried to repair the immortal goo houses. In the next 2 hours, the central continent goo immortals encountered several ghost spirit fox groups and bear mosquito groups. They either retreated or fought, using the might of the immortal goo houses to move forward. Chen. Chen's heart suddenly shook. His lips curled into a smile as he said, Lord Wei Ling Yang, I found a huge field of heaven-attached fungi 3,000 lieues away from here. Is that so? Wei Ling Yang let out a breath of air. Then we will rest there. The three immortal goo houses turned around and flew away in a while. All three immortal goo houses landed on the surface of the heaven-attached fungi. Where is this? Are we safe? Zhao Lianyun looked outside in shock, especially when she saw her goo immortal companions leaving the immortal goo house to move freely on the heaven-attached fungi. Yu Yezi smiled as he explained, the immemorial 9 heavens have their own special points. Like the Black Lantern phenomenon, it is unique to Black Heaven. But in the 9 heavens there are some common aspects like the astral wind flying heavenly boar, or this heaven-attached fungi. This fungi only grows in the immemorial 9 heavens. Heaven-attached fungi is a rank 6 immortal material. Most importantly, it has to grow on its own without any foreign Tao marks. Other life forms and even rocks cannot exist here. Thus, once we see a field of heaven-attached fungi, we know it is a safe place to rest at. All right, I have to go out now and collect some heaven-attached fungi. This is a rare opportunity. Yu Yezi quickly left Windsweeping Building. Zhao Lianyun had no interest in the heaven-attached fungi. She had just become a goo immortal. It had been too little time. She did not know the importance of cultivation resources. She was only thinking of how to save her lover, Ma Hongyun. A moment later, there were no goo immortals left in Windsweeping Building. Are you not going to collect some heaven-attached fungi? Zhao Lianyun looked at Bu Zhenzi, asking this. Bu Zhenzi smiled. The sect ordered me to protect you. I will not leave you for even a second. Zhao Lianyun was understanding toward this. Then I will go down as well. Bu Zhenzi shook his head. Thank you for the thought, but even if we are standing on the heaven-attached fungi, I will not pick them. That would only distract me. If anything happens, it will be too late to regret it. Zhao Lianyun heard this and felt warmth in her heart. She said softly, Thank you. Bu Zhenzi shook his head. No need to be so polite. You are the current generation fairy of Spirit Affinity House. My duty is to protect you. Zhao Lianyun sighed, leaning on the window as she said gloomily, To think that Black Heaven is so dangerous, but there is such a safe place here. It shows that heaven always leaves a way out. We will definitely succeed in this trip, right? Bu Zhenzi did not hesitate. He answered, Of course. But he suddenly dragged out his words in a strange tone. At the same time, Zhao Lianyun saw that there were some starlights shining far away. This was not the blind fire from Black Lanterns, of course. The color was different. This blue starlight resembled countless diamonds embedded on black silk. It was distant and unforgettable. Zhao Lianyun squinted as she sighed. So beautiful. Very dangerous. According to the records, this size. Bu Zhenzi turned pale. He said in a trembling tone. Zhao Lianyun became alert. What? She had just asked when the warning and orders of rank 8 Goo Immortal Bichen Tian came. Outside the Immortal Goo House, Goo Immortals were rushing back in a panic. Wei Ling Yang's gaze was like an eagle. He looked at the approaching starlight with a grim expression. What a huge star cloud storm. Millions upon millions of stars were flying now. Some shooting stars had long trails left in the night sky, among which were huge stars. Some were island-sized, while some were as large as a piece of land. Between stars there were countless starlight specks, like the weaving of a web of lightning. The starcloud storm was a phenomenon unique to immemorial blue heaven, but due to historical reasons, immemorial blue heavens shattered and large numbers of stars fell into immemorial black heaven. Thus, there were starcloud storms in black heaven as well. This is the first time I am seeing a starcloud storm of this scale. Bi Chen Tun had an ugly expression. Now it seems this heaven-attached fungi field was a trap to lure us to rest here.